Hi there, Coach with a Hat here. Now, the race has ended for Wyatt, but I'm here with the organiser, Alan, and I'm just going to ask him a few questions about the whole thing. So, Alan, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Awesome. So, tell us a little bit about the race across Ireland. How did you come up with the idea?
Well, it came from an event we did a few years ago called the Race Across America. It's the biggest event in the world for ultra-distance cycling, 3,000 miles. And I wanted to prove that you could take 4 guys who'd never raced before, train them for 6 months, give them a really good team to work with, as in going to be coaches and trainers and nutritionists, bring them over to America, get them to do this thing and see if we could finish it. And it ended up we actually did really, really well.
Where did you come?
Finished second.
Second, and these are guys that
They'd never raced
professionally
before.
raced.
No, and we took 30 hours off the Irish record at the time as well.
Wow.
So we came back to Ireland and went, you know what, that's such a great event. Let's run it in Ireland. And I mean, it's perfect, you know, for an event like this. I mean, people are great, and you know, the terrain over here is much harder than it is in America. We have a lot more climbing over here within a short distance.
You can say that again.
So that's the big thing, you know. So we thought, well, why not? And you know, I'm very lucky because I've got a lot of friends who are lunatics, and you know, you come up with some mad ideas, but it's only a mad idea when you don't do anything about it. When you have a mad idea, and then you've got a crowd of guys like this around you who go, yeah, let's do that. That's when it becomes life, and that's how the Race Around Ireland was born. These guys get together and did it. Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges of putting a race like this together? I mean,
well, the first challenge is the route, getting the route designed. Exactly where are we going to bring everybody? So the first year that I did it, I sat down with a man called Joe Roach and his son Emma Roach. Now, these guys have designed a lot of routes for some of the big races in Ireland, but they've never designed anything quite this long. So they usually do stage races where they might take it from point to point on one day and then the next day on another point. And I went and I sat down and I said, okay guys, this is what I need. I want a lot of mountains. I want 1,350 miles approximately.
I want mountains.
Yes, I want mountains.
It's a request.
1,350 miles. I wanted passing a lot of the historical places, and hence the reason why we have things like the Giant's Causeway in there, and down here also we have the Ring and Kerry. I wanted hills that are famous with some of the road races that we've had, like the Tour de France came here, so we've had that. And I also wanted it to have roads that would be recognised for a lot of the races that would be held over here, some of the famous races. And that was the criteria. And then they sat down and they designed this thing, and then we drove it, and we started writing out the route books, and we went, yeah, let's do it, it's going to be good.
Brilliant. So what would you say, last thing, to people who are thinking of A, taking up cycling, B, going for something like this? Because the physical and mental challenge it poses on people, what would you say to people who are doing it?
I think, first of all, if you're going to get into cycling at all, you know, start with a couple of people, and it creates a much better social atmosphere. Don't be afraid to get on the bike and have a little bit of fun with it. It's a lot easier than running. I come from a running background. You know, you have problems with hips and knees and stuff. This is a lot easier. Once you get into that, once you get into it, you got a lot more challenges then, you know, because you have all these one-day challenges. So start off nice and easy. You know, do your first 20 miles. Aim for maybe your 100-miler. Once you have 100 miles done, then you kind of go, well, maybe I'll go a little further. Then you might decide to do something like the Race Around Ireland, which takes a lot of work, a lot of preparation. And I have to admit, I think you guys are great because it takes a lot of work just to get here, the start line. You know, I think you'll agree with that. The logistics of putting a team together at all, just to get it to the start line, is huge. And you know, you just get out there, train, and ask for advice. Don't be afraid to ask for advice.
Brilliant. Well, you heard it here. This is the Coach with Hat. Remember, when the hat's on, when you're cycling, the gloves are on, and the only way is forward. I'll see you later.